What's the most bogus charge you've seen on a bill? My gym tried to charge me $2,400 for equipment damage after I canceled my membership. They claimed I broke their most expensive treadmill during my last workout. The manager was this smug guy who clearly enjoyed his tiny bit of power. He called me into his cramped office and showed me security footage on his ancient laptop. You can clearly see yourself aggressively slamming the emergency stop button, causing severe internal damage to the motor assembly. The footage was grainy, but it was definitely me hitting the emergency stop. I remembered that workout. I'd felt dizzy and needed to stop immediately. The manager leaned back in his squeaky chair, arms crossed with a satisfied smirk. That'll be $2,400 for a complete motor replacement plus labor costs. It's all clearly outlined in your membership contract. Members are fully liable for any damage caused by equipment misuse or abuse. He slid a highlighted contract across his desk, pointing to tiny print that basically said they could charge you for anything. I've been in this business for 12 years, he continued. I know equipment abuse when I see it. That motor was functioning perfectly before your incident. Something felt completely off about his story. Here's the thing though. I'm a biomedical engineer specializing in electromechanical systems. I design and repair medical equipment, including the exact same AC motor assemblies they use in commercial fitness equipment. Emergency stops are literally designed to handle sudden activation. They're built with shock absorbers specifically to prevent damage from what Derek was describing. I told him about my professional background, explaining that emergency stops can't cause motor damage by design. They're literally engineered with fail-safes. He just smirked dismissively and shook his head. Well, the damage is done and we have video evidence. Payment is due within 30 days, or we'll send this to collections. That weekend, I decided to do some investigating. I went back to the gym as a guest using my friend membership. I walked over to the cardio section and casually asked the young staff member if I could use that specific treadmill. She looked confused. Oh, that one? No, sorry, it's been out of order for months. The motor just died randomly back in March or April. We're waiting on corporate to approve the replacement. My heart started racing. March or April? I'd only been a member since late May, and this happened in early July. I asked how long she'd been working there. About 8 months. Yeah, that treadmill broke during my first few weeks. Just stopped working when nobody was even using it. I pretended to be interested in the model and asked if I could look at it. She was cool with it since I seemed genuinely curious. I pulled up the service panel and took photos. The motor had a manufacturing date of March 2019 and clear signs of normal wear failure, bearing deterioration and heat discoloration that develops over years of use, not impact damage. Monday morning, I called the manager back. Funny thing about that treadmill motor, I said. Your own staff told me it's been broken since March or April, but I didn't become a member until late May. Hard to break something that was already broken. Dead silence. That's not accurate, he finally stammered. Our staff isn't always aware of maintenance timelines. Since you clearly need an expert to properly diagnose equipment failures, I'm sending you an invoice for $2,400, my standard consultation fee for electromechanical failure analysis. You can't be serious. Dead serious. Your evidence just became fraud evidence. Pay my consulting fee, or I file a report with the state attorney general documenting your fraudulent billing practices. The line went quiet for 30 seconds. Maybe there was some confusion about the timeline, he said, his attitude completely gone. 2 hours later, all charges were removed from my account. The next day, their regional manager called apologizing for the misunderstanding and offered a complimentary 6-month membership. I declined, but asked if they'd implemented staff training on equipment documentation. Apparently they had. 3 weeks later, my friend told me the manager had been transferred. They also sent me a $500 gift card to avoid further misunderstanding. I used it to buy a home gym instead.